Look in that chat where you texted.
Welcome to another awesome, great episode of Culture Junkies Live. I'm your host, Kenshiro. Today is the Peep Show, part 2. Yeah, it's the show that's going to be all about you and what you want to talk about. Just like we did last month, we're ending the month. We're doing everything that you guys want to do. It is your show. You direct it. You tell us what you want to talk about, and we're going to talk about it right here. I want to say hello to Kiba. I want to say hello to Amarak in the chat, who's actually also on the show with me today. What's up, man?
I am on the show with you today. What's going on?
Yo.
Not a whole lot, bro.
Yo.
A whole lot. Also on the show with me today is the great Dr. Kuji to my right.
Hey, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Right.
Hi, everybody. Oh, my elbow looks sharp. God, did that shit.
Need some lotion. All right. King Takim's in the chat. What's up, man? Also want to say hello to GQ, who's actually doing DJ duty because the producer is out today.
900 horses of Detroit muscle.
And he's even got the cup to commit to match. He's even got the cup to match today. Family.
Family forever and all that.
The power of family. Anyway, y'all, we're not even going to do Run the Gamut. As you can see, the topic slate is clean. It's all about you. Let's hit it.
The power is yours.
All right, so who wants to lead it off out there? Normally, this would be Amora's time to shine. He'd fire off the topic just like that. But
Gotta be here early.
He's got to be here early. Anyway, y'all, what do y'all want to talk about? We could obviously open the show talking about What If. Certain members of the show didn't watch What If today. They had other things to do.
Yep. Well,
they had other things to
do.
Even
when I work, man, I wake up, I got my tablet right next to me. I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday? I can lay in the bed for 20 more minutes and watch this show. Yeah, watch What If.
Thank
you,
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the resub. All right, so Marvel's What If. We could definitely talk about that 9-month streak. 9 months. Damn. You think about it, man. It's been 9 months
since we
kind of been did the rebrand and kind of been moving forward. Things have been pretty good, honestly.
Indeed.
Yes.
I want to talk about it because I need to understand one thing.
Go ahead, talk about it.
Look, it's not spoiler because you already saw the character last week.
Exactly.
And it was the Ultron.
Yeah.
And
Ultimate Vision,
or whatever the heck you want to call him.
Ultimate Vision, Ultron. That's essentially what they're calling.
Somebody tell me something because I don't quite get something. I was told that in different universes, the Infinity Stones don't work. So, for example,
that was my theme.
Yeah, universe number 1. You go to universe number 2. Universe number one's Infinity Stones don't work in universe number 2.
As we've seen in Loki, that's why they got so many of them.
Yeah, but as you're going to see in this one, that's not the case.
That is clearly not the case.
Well, maybe the Watcher's like, look, what if that Infinity Stone rule doesn't apply?
But see, that breaks their own rules.
What if is a rule break? Who cares?
No, I get it. It's a rule break, but it has definitive rules.
Now, somebody was explaining to me, Fallen Marvel, he was saying that it only applies, like, at least this is how I took it, that if Marvel characters were to go into DC universe, they don't work.
Right.
But in Marvel, no matter what universe in the Marvel universe, they still work. But then I was like, they should have worked in Loki. He saw Otto sitting there. He could have been like, boop, boop.
Right.
Yo, that was kind of another thing. Like Wolverine Solid said it right there in the chat. This dude split Thanos in half like that.
Yes.
Like dog.
I said,
Thanos showed up, walked out the portal, thought he was going to do something. He's just like, interesting.
I'm like, okay,
Cut him in
how's that
half,
even
just slice him in half,
Hey.
just like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
Imagine again, Ultron. That's true. That's what Ultron was trying to become. He was trying to basically become Vision, but just nice and British.
Hey, dog, look. Ultron was beating this dude across realities like he was Superboy Prime or some shit. Like,
yeah, he was
real.
punching him, and
He was literally
every
punching
punch
him
was
through
like
realities.
changing reality.
That joke was crazy. That joke was crazy,
King
man.
to Ting brought up a couple things. Vision Tron, Destroyer of Realities. That's what he's called.
Essentially.
Vision.
He said the rule only applied in Marvel versus DC.
Okay, so then Fallen Marvel, what he was saying is right.
But still.
Well,
saw in Loki.
But again, they might be introducing a different wrinkle just to make. Because remember that one comic trope is if you have something that's ultra powerful.
Yeah.
The next thing you want to do is debunk it as being the most powerful thing. You always find a way to
A new
just
MacGuffin, basically.
Yeah, just like Doomsday. Doomsday was the dude that beat Superman's ass. Okay, cool. So the next character you introduce, of course, has to beat Doomsday's ass.
Right.
That's just how. I think that's what they did with the
Yeah.
Infinity Stones. They're
Escalation
like, look,
of power.
we spent 11 years hyping these things up as the ultimate power.
Right.
Now they're just paperweights.
Now they're little trinkets. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But still, just seeing Ultron just go, like, literally, he went into. I loved what somebody said about the Watcher, like, watching Ultron, and then he busted in. He was like, Uadu looked like he just got caught jacking off or something. Right?
Wow.
Like, that's the way he looked when Ultron just busted through. Like
Wait,
what? Wait a minute. I thought that door was locked. You're like, dog, how'd you get in here? Yeah, man. No, that's.
Also, King
wait,
Takeem said old people need their meds. Dido's over there watching Disney Plus.
I don't watch Disney Plus at work, bro.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
I have time before. A lot of people do not realize how much time they actually have. A lot of people say, oh, I ain't got time. It's like, no, you got time. When I wake up in the morning, this is literally what happened. I woke up in the morning, I took my pee, I didn't have to work today, and even if I did have to work today, usually depends on what time I get up and have to go to work, but it's still got hours. I said, you know what, I'm going to lay in the bed for a little bit more. Looked at YouTube, and I was like, oh, crap, today is Wednesday. Let me load this up. It's only 20 minutes.
Right.
By 7:20, or 7:25, I'm done with the episode. So even if people got to be to work at 9 o'clock, if you up at 7 in the morning, which I have been to work,
right,
9 o'clock, have to be to work at 9 o'clock. I'm up at 7 in the morning. I take 25 minutes out of my day. You still got how much time before you have to,
Oh, no doubt.
be to work? And like I always leave the house 40 minutes before I have to punch in.
Right.
And my drive is not 40 minutes.
No,
my drive is only
that's
20
cool.
minutes.
That's
so
cool.
it's just you got to know how to. And I'm not the most punctual person in the world, but I just know what I want to do, and I know I can make time for the stuff I want to do. It's
So
not.
even though you light skin, you still got a little tinge of color people's time.
I
right?
can be if I say fuck it. But usually I want to get to work. I don't want to be because traffic is a certain way, so I want to be able to, like, if there is traffic, I got enough time to get to work.
And that's fair.
And I want to be able to sit on my ass before I have to stand for 8 hours.
That's fair. Cassidius, what's up?
Excuse me.
Iguana Man
Cassidius,
checking
what is
in.
up?
Appreciate you.
Hello,
Iguana Man came through
Cassidius.
last week.
Yep.
Picked up his own exclusive executive producer shirt.
Yes, he does.
And so he
needs
said
to get
he's
us a picture
legitimately
with him wearing it.
Oh yeah, he definitely got to send us a picture. Definitely, he said legitimately surprised by What If. Didn't expect it to be as good as it is. Okay.
Now, something about this week's episode. I don't know. Visually, the animation seemed to be better, more fluid this week. Am I crazy? Am I the only one that thought that?
I don't know. It seemed
that?
basically the same to me. I don't know. I didn't.
Did it seem the same to you? I don't know. For some reason, it seemed better this week.
It's the same as when you have an Nintendo game that comes out later in the lifespan of a system, they're better at doing what they do. They're in their rhythm. Because think about it, the first season of Simpsons looked like trash compared to what we see now.
Even before the first season went back with his own
Tracy Ullman, even worse.
Yeah.
So when they found their stride, they got a whole different squad doing it.
Like,
it looked better.
Like, remember, like, speaking of the Simpsons back in the day, remember it was like that shaky pen animation. Like they couldn't even trace the lines that they were in before.
Right.
It was like you could tell it was just off.
Yeah.
Like something was just wrong.
Wait, who got timed out? What's going on?
It was
BZ the Reacher, or I'm sorry, the Archer.
BZ the Archer.
I'm gonna read what he says because somebody needs to tone down these goddamn mods.
Yeah, the mods.
But how much words did he say though?
We're gonna find out.
Again, fewer words. I got timed out in Dido Scream this past
and I'm
Monday.
like, what did he
It's
say?
actually not that much.
Right, see?
Oh, that's
Razor
okay,
Black,
that's
what's
okay,
up,
BZ.
sir? What's up?
We
No, you
good?
good,
What's up,
man.
Razor Black?
You good. We gotta get on these bots. You know, bots trying to rule the world.
Hey, look, man. The bots are here to protect us, but sometimes they go a little bit too far.
Yeah.
They're not like Facebook, where they'll time you out for shit that you did 10 years ago. But I'm just saying. Anyway,
So King Takeem said.
did you find what he said?
No, because for whatever reason, it's not even
It
showing.
deleted it.
It's
You
not
might
even
have to
showing
go
that
into,
it was.
you might have to go into mod mode.
I'm in my mode.
You're in mod mode?
Keep
Oh,
dang,
he
keep
was
a
just
gift,
gifting
keep
subs
over there
out
Santa
here.
Claus in.
This
Okay,
is
okay.
like Santa Kiba. Appreciate that, sir. You know what? Honestly, that should be something we do. We hit that anytime we get a sub. You hit the sound, and we all just do the head bob into the Mola Ram Sula Ram.
Dude, my music teacher in middle school did not realize showing us that movie. She started a whole trend.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we was going around the hallways.
Mola Studios.
We was just like, dude, we probably was chanting to the Satan and all that other stuff. It was a Christian school.
Okay, all right.
Right. So it's like you can't show us that.
found
That
what he
was too
said now.
catchy.
Found what he
No,
said?
did he
I'm
say?
very sorry I was interrupted.
No,
go ahead.
No,
He said, I want to point out the only reason DC powers don't work in Marvel Universe is because Marvel writers want Marvel to win and vice versa.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, even when they did Amalgam, 25 years ago now, maybe even more. Yeah.
Yo, stop. Considia says Mola
That's
Ram
his
Sula Ram is my
Bumpin'
Bumpin'
Uglies
Uglies backup song.
Oh, wow.
Dog.
That's kind of a slow beat, but I guess if
Right.
you want to slow it down a little
Yeah, I
bit.
guess you're getting kind of near the end. You got to slow it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Keeper says that shit was an accident. I need a refund. I'm sorry, my friend. All sales are final.
Oh wow.
All sales are final.
Nah,
There
but
will be no
Considious, now
refunds.
you need to get up on that art of noise.
Yes.
Get you some art of noise. That
Did you
man.
use Moments in Love?
Moments
Really?
in Love,
Yes, man.
dude.
Are you kidding me?
That if you was ever walking through a club and that song came on,
Yeah.
Slow dance time.
Slow dance time.
if you was ever sitting at a
amazing how
party and that
timeless
song
that
came
song is going
on,
to be.
you better find some girl to hug up on.
That's
'cause
right.
That was the song.
That was it. She
Daggone
rested her
it.
head on his shoulder.
He said,
She
"That's
saw
me
it, it's
killing
like,
it." Okay, all right. I see you watching Temple of Doom,
That's
getting
you
busy.
killing it, huh? Okay,
I
you just
guess
ripping
so.
her heart out. Okay, I
Right,
see
right.
what you went to. All right, what's the next topic? What we
Yeah,
gonna talk
somebody
about
bring
next,
something
y'all?
up, y'all. Bring something up. This is y'all power to the people.
Exactly. This is all
Y'all-
your shows.
y'all-
with,
y'all got
we're
the
talking
Peep
about
Show
what y'all
today.
want to talk about. Kiva should be the one to actually say it. He the one that did all the subs. He should be the one to say it.
Yeah,
Or
go
you
ahead. Keep it. What you got, man? You over there gifting subs like
Right.
like they Tic Tacs and whatnot.
Takeem says mine is welcome to the jungle.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Are we seriously about to sit here talking about
Hey, if
what's
that's
the sex songs?
if that's what they want to talk
What's
about,
everybody's songs
Welcome
should
to
be
the Jungle
grooving
is
to?
funny though. Like I
That
think
would be funny.
I think of what was
Okay.
that Lean on Me? Was that song Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman
Yeah.
back before he got spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the opening song for that movie. Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because that
Yeah,
song,
it
that
was.
school was so
The
just
school was wild.
wild, dog.
Eastside High was on
state was
bump.
that supposed to be in?
I don't remember.
That was in Philly, I think. That was in Pennsylvania.
Oh, so that was East Philadelphia.
Lucasfilm wrapping up for a big 2022. Who
Yeah.
knew Uwadu had hands? I did.
Watu
mean, the
do
Watcher-
what a Watu do.
The watcher
You
don't
know.
just watch. I mean,
Right,
he does.
he be watching.
Right.
He got other reasons to use some hands.
Exactly.
He be watching, peeping.
Lucasfilm is wrapping up for a big 2022.
Dude.
So,
Book of Boba Fett comes
Book
out
of
at the
Boba
end of
Fett
this
comes
year,
out
man.
the
That's
end
about
of
to be
this year.
that's
December
about to be
29.
the
They
deal.
also said, isn't Mandalorian coming out like before the end of the year too. I think.
No,
Not that what I saw
Book
today.
of Boba Fett. Nah, to me, I think Book of Boba Fett's going to be the start, and then Mandalorian's going to follow up. Because I can't imagine them throwing them
Dropping
two
them both
super
at the
close
same time?
together. That's too much. That's way too much good show.
Too much Boba Fett.
Supreme
says who's
asking
going,
who's
Motor-
Motor City Comic Con. That's in 2 weeks.
I don't know.
I
if I'm
plan
going
on
there.
it. Like Cisco was asking, are we all gonna do it? Gonna
Big
go together?
Kahuna
We
Burger.
could. Andor is wrapped. Obi-Wan I think is close to wrapping. So all of those are due out in 2022.
What is Andor?
Cassian Andor from Rogue One.
They're making a
Cass-
show about that guy.
Yeah.
Yes,
But why?
Yeah.
with
Oh,
K2SO too.
Well, to see K2SO,
K2SO
I'll watch
is
that.
worth the price of admission.
I'll watch that.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm not saying I don't enjoy the characters, but I don't like prequels about dead characters. I mean,
So you didn't like Solo then?
So you didn't like
no, I don't mean
any
it
of
in
the,
that
any of
aspect.
the
You
prequel
didn't like
movies
Rogue
of
One
Star
and-
Wars?
I don't. Well, let me try to clarify that. Because what I'm trying to say is Solo, he had a lot more character development, and we wanted to see where he came from. And like this movie, Rogue One, they purposely did not give you backstories on these people because
They were
they
all
knew they were
gonna
going to die,
die. Yeah.
and they didn't want you to care about them in the same aspect that if you really
I
had
mean,
character
they
to
still
it.
gave you Jen's backstory.
She got a little.
I mean,
one.
you know, it wasn't like they fleshed her out completely, but
Yeah.
everybody had a little backstory. It's just, you know, they didn't get a full movie of backstory. And then, hey, we're gonna see you in the next movie. It's like, no, all y'all are done.
No, it's true.
So
I said my Natu evolved into a Watu.
So, the
Mandalorian
man
actor
brought
is
up-
shooting Last of Us.
Yeah,
yeah.
he's doing Last of
Pedro
Us.
Pascal is shooting Last of Us. They showed a picture. Just,
Yeah, I saw the
I
back picture.
still feel real sorry for him being in Wonder Woman 84.
I do too. I feel bad for him too. You know,
I mean, again, he got paid to do it, but
life is good. It could be better.
yeah, you know, life is all right, but
Life is
this movie could have been way better.
Yeah, it could have been way better.
But
He's
anyway.
the author says, "I hate prequel sequels. Just start with the origin story."
It doesn't always work that way.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch it. I just didn't quite understand the need to because there's so many, to me, more interesting characters that I think should get their series. Like, if they're so itching, like they're doing Obi-Wan. My honest opinion, I don't get it. I'm going to watch it so I can understand it. But just from my understanding, he was on Tatooine making sure that, you know, so they're making a show, making it seem like he dropped the kid off on Tatooine, and then he left. He bust up and who knows if he was there for a while. Maybe that's up. But what's my man's name? He was you saw him in the background of episode 1, and then he became I don't know if just that character, they took the character model and turned him to a Jedi. He's like he was one of those Jedi that really straddled the line of light side, dark side. He had the dreadlocks.
Oh, you're talking about
Quinlan Voss?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Quinlan
Quinlan
Voss.
Voss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quinlan
I would
Voss is
rather-
going to be an Obi-Wan? I
No,
guess?
what I'm saying is I would rather see a series
about
about
him.
him,
Yeah.
because you don't know anything. They can make stuff up. They can do
Well-
almost anything where it doesn't mess with
Well,
continuity.
he kind of did have an entire comic series.
Yeah,
so-
well, and it doesn't mess with continuity if they do it because Obi-Wan, they do one wrong thing. You're like, wait a minute, how?
Yeah,
You
but see,
know?
I think they're going with Obi-Wan because that lets them get more Vader in with Anakin and, you know, Hayden coming back and all that. So I think they're playing it safe, which I don't really
They
like.
could still
They
have
don't
freaking
necessarily
Anakin
have to.
and Hayden coming back because they could be like Quinlan Voss survive Order 66.
Oh no, no doubt, I agree.
Right.
But what like I said, I think just from that end, you know, people they're making up for the fact that they never made the Obi-Wan movie that they were going to do. Because remember, they wanted to do an Obi-Wan movie, and then once Rogue One came out, and then Solo didn't underperform, they were like, all right, no more of these little, you know, one movie a year thing.
Yeah.
Which again, that was just a stupid thing to try to do anyway. It's like movies. Granted, a movie with no special effects, you can get that done probably in 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
Approximately. Star Wars is a whole nother level, damn
It
it.
is.
Every single one of those should be a tentpole movie.
I agree.
You do not rush a tentpole movie. There was a reason they came out every 3 years when they originally did them, because it took about that long to get everything done.
Now, I remember some people threw this out there. Based on how The Mandalorian Season 2 ended, where it ended, and what it was supposed to be doing, I could see them realistically building up to a Battle for Mandalore film, like as a standalone film, based off of what happened in the previous 2 Mandalorian seasons, what may or may not be happening in Book of Boba Fett, and resolving the whole thing with Moff Gideon and Bo-Katan and the Darksaber.
Yeah, I mean,
I
again,
can see that.
There's
That
a whole
would
bunch
be
of
pretty
stuff they
cool.
could do. There's a whole bunch of stuff they could do. So we'll definitely
they
have
absolutely
to.
could do that. All right,
we'll
so
definitely
back
have
in the
to see.
chat. So we're saying,
All right, so Fallen Marvel, real quick. He says, "So we feel good about the touching live action Under the Red Good."
he meant Under the
I
Red.
know.
Yeah, he meant Under the Red.
I mean, if he found a Red
I mean,
Riding Hood
honestly,
movie or something.
honestly, no.
Is that somebody's phone?
I don't feel. I
know that's not nobody's phone or tablet.
Tablet, yeah.
Making noise in the middle of a show.
I forgot that.
I make
Sorry.
the noise.
Yes.
There
Yeah, I don't like that they're doing Under the Red Hood as a film. Or is that what I understand?
Is it like not Disney Plus, HBO Plus?
So wait, are you talking about Titans Fallen? Because if you're talking about Titans, can we just throw that shit in the trash? Like literally, can we just throw it away?
You was all about that show when they first announced it. You was all, oh man,
I was hoping it was going to be good.
Yeah.
I was, and no,
no,
it's not.
I haven't watched any of it, but I thought it pulled itself out of its hole slightly.
Man, no,
really,
no,
like none of it.
None of it. Like, dude,
okay.
The writing is so bad. The writing is so bad. It's nonsensical. It doesn't pay much attention to the characters or build them up, as opposed to just wants to endlessly torture them and tries to be really cool, but it really falls flat on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Casting was terrible. Locations, it just looks really cheaply made.
All right, let's run down the list here. Let's see. Okay, real quick, back to the hating prequel sequels. Here's a reason why you don't just start with the origin story. Every now and again, you get a breakout character that people really want to see more of.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, so that's how you get prequel sequels and all that sort of
Indeed.
thing. Let's see.
You hate unnecessary prequels. Solo was dope, but did we need it?
I don't understand that freaking phrase. Did we need it? Do we need any movie?
Yeah.
Granted.
Yeah, there's
That's
nothing
a
wrong.
that's a good
There's
counter.
nothing wrong. Go ahead, Amarak.
Movie.
I think that's more of like is that the thing that should have been added to the entirety of what the story is? Like, is that the part that we needed? Not like,
Here's the only thing I didn't like about Solo. I did not like that the Kessel Run was more or less a fluke.
Yeah.
I wanted the Kessel Run to be like, no, this dude with his Navicomputer is such a damn good pilot.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one that can do the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. Not, we got some coaxium in its raw form. Squirt a little bit into the hyperdrive. And I'm like, come on, dude.
What would have been more challenging is if the Navicomputer broke.
No.
And Han was flying blind and he had to get through.
No. That was always the thing. The Millennium Falcon, the reason it was able to do the Kessel Run to begin with was that its Navicomputer was state of the art. And now we found out it was a damn robot that was merged. But it was supposed to be the Kessel Run was a navigation. So his Navicomputer was the best Navicomputer out of all the freighters in the world.
Right, and the Falcon was the fastest.
Yeah. So it's like you kind of threw all of that away.
Yeah.
Now I get
by turning it into just.
I get what they're doing because, okay, so I get you wanted to see it like that, saying he's the most badass, but you gotta remember Han Solo. He first showed up. All he do is talk shit. What I mean by talk,
no
shit,
doubt,
he is very much bravado. He very much says, I can do this stuff. Even though if he's not capable, he's not going to let people know that he's not capable.
Oh, no, he's very braggadocious.
So
there's no doubt.
Very braggadocious.
So that story is going to sound like how you imagine it should sound, but of course it's not going to be like what he...
And that's fair, too.
Nobody's going to know what it exactly was, except for you were actually there.
And that's fair, too. But like I said, showing it was just like, great.
You feel like it kind of defeated the mystique?
It
a little
cheapened
bit?
it a little.
Okay.
And again, I had no problem with Solo the movie because I enjoyed
loved it.
Because you know what you sound like, though? No problem. You sound like Luke Skywalker when you first saw Millennium Falcon. I'm pretty
what a piece of junk.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that Han was just talking it up like, no, tomorrow.
Right.
You finally see it like, fuck out of here, bro. And that's exactly
No,
the
I got
whole
you.
thing.
No, I understand what you're saying on that completely.
Right.
Let's see. What if Ultron was the god of hammers? All right, make a new Doom movie. I'd like to see a new Crow movie. I'm with you on that.
As long as we get the weapon. The weapon was awesome.
That's you know what?
You mean the shouting?
Do we have a prop? Is there a prop for
No,
that?
there was a prop made years ago, but not as
Thank you, Preem.
thank you, Preem, for the bits there, sir.
Yeah.
like something.
Oh, another one. He needs
Wait,
another one.
another 400 bits.
It's a trap!
All right,
Wow.
but
I don't think you meant to do that.
no, yes, I did.
Okay.
It's only, hey, somebody's certainly throwing money at you, but you better be you. Little.
Oh, wow.
No, really. We really.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Picture man, what's up? Glad to
Picture
see-
Man?
Glad to see you. Going back to what we were saying about what was that a second ago? Yeah, roll it back. Thank you. Oh, Dune. Okay, Kroll. Yes, there was a glaive prop years ago. I really, honestly, would love for them to make a new one, and that'll probably be the last thing I get in my collection. If I get a perfect movie-accurate glaive that actually
The glaive was just sweet,
opens
though.
up like that, if I get something like that,
Here they got some tasty burgers.
I will definitely buy it, and that'll probably be one of the last things I get
Okay.
in my collection.
All right. Last? As
Yeah.
in you would literally stop collecting
Yeah.
after you get the glaive?
Yeah, because-
I call horseshit on that. Come
No,
on,
because
man.
here's the thing.
No way.
Here's why I can do that. Let's say they come out with it next week, and that's fine. They can come out with it next week. I'll get one, and then all the stuff that I have on pre-order that's coming up for Hot Toys and whatnot, that doesn't count because it's already, that's already in motion. I just can't have it yet because it's not done yet. So
But you wouldn't buy anything else.
yeah, I could just actually stop. I could.
Nobody believes that, right? Come
Yes,
on, man.
whatever.
Come on, man. Nobody believes that.
Whatever. All right, so let's roll it back just a little bit to see what some of the other people were saying because
Indeed.
there was a lot.
There was a lot. So Cassidius was talking about also. Oh wait, Beasley the Archer says anyone else think Tom Holland Spider-Man could lift Thor's hammer? No, actually. Well,
I say no.
I say no.
You don't think Spider-Man's worthy?
No.
I wonder what makes him not worthy.
Do you think Tom Holland himself is worthy to
so
pick up the
think
hammer?
of it in the vein. Here's what makes Peter not worthy. The whole that he was selfish enough to think that he didn't need to step up and stop Uncle Ben's killer. That could be one thing. And he's
Well,
living
wait,
with
is
the
Tom
guilt
Holland
of-
Spider-Man that same thing?
Huh?
Is Tom Holland because remember we didn't.
Thankfully,
Thankfully, we didn't
see
have
it,
to see
but
that.
We don't have to see it.
But
to
here's
know
the
that that's
thing.
what it was.
But again, his version might be different. It might just be because it gives how young he is.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
Howard the Duck cannot lift it after no drinks now. I mean, you crazy.
Yeah,
But
I don't.
Here's why I don't think Peter can do it. Because if it was as easy as just being kind of more or less pure of heart, a baby could do it.
Right.
And I think it's a little bit more than that. I think there's a level of worthiness. Like Captain America is worthy because he is a truly good-hearted, selfless person. Peter has those same qualities, but I don't think they're developed completely because he's still a high school student. He still has that probably will lash out in anger and and again, he's responsible about his power.
Right.
But I don't think he's mature enough like Cap is in that regard. So I don't think
exactly.
he can do it.
Talking about the hammer. Last week, Party Thor. He did not get the spell put on him by Odin.
Right.
He was worthy, whatever, can lift a sword. So why wouldn't he put it on freaking Captain Marvel if she couldn't get up?
I thought he did do that for a second.
He did.
He did put it on Captain Marvel. She couldn't get up, but if the spell is on there, wouldn't the worthiness not matter?
I think the enchantment was still tied to Thor himself. Like it wasn't just anybody that could lift it up. Like Odin could do it, but even before the enchantment came about, no one else was lifting Mjolnir.
Oh, really?
No one else was. Yeah.
Nobody could lift Mjolnir before the worthy part?
Yeah, like in the movie, if you saw it, nobody else was wielding Thor's hammer but him.
No, I get that.
Hold on, though. What you're saying brings up an interesting paradox because Hela could lift it.
Yeah.
And Hela was fucking evil as hell, just like Odin was back in the day.
True.
So it's like, and he still did the enchantment,
but Hela
and she came back and was still able to stop it and crush it.
But remember, Odin said that. Remember, originally, at least in the MCU, Mjolnir was hers.
No, I get that,
Right.
but again,
So
he's still the one above all of that because he's Odin. So when he enchanted it, did he just kind of, and again, it's obviously because they did a release order of the movies, but did he just kind of forget to and don't let Hela pick this up either?
Prim says he's not worthy because the way he lied about his identity, cheated by using his powers to get photographs that he shouldn't been able to. He ain't
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things that Peter has
this
done.
Peter hasn't done that yet.
Right.
But yeah.
He's
So
going to be on TikTok instead of taking pictures.
He's lived most of his horror career as a liar.
Iguana
and
Man
cheater.
has
Damn.
enjoyed Captain Marvel's
just making him
cameos
seem like
and What If
just a
so
shit.
far.
Were you one of those Captain Marvel haters? Like, I hate Captain Marvel because she.
No. So scroll back up. There was another thing. There was a couple of things. Cassidius says, "I'm watching Titan season 3. That's really good." No, it's not. Batman killed the Joker. Yeah, he did. And Batman is
that old
in the Titans.
old Resident Evil actor Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
He literally broke into Arkham and beat the Joker to death with a crowbar, just like he.
This must have been after Jason.
Just like this is like after he beat Jason to death. He went to Arkham and beat him to death.
I want to just see it because I want to see what the Joker
Again,
looks like.
No, you won't see him.
You don't see it?
No.
You see the Joker from a distance.
Everything is off camera.
Yeah. Because it's DC and
Yeah, man, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's not
let's see.
let's see what else is there. Captain Marvel cameos and What If has been pretty cool. They actually have been pretty good.
Well, again, they're using her in the way that makes sense. And a lot of people was complaining that is Captain Marvel stronger than Thor? It's like,
well,
even if she is or isn't or whatever, this was Thor probably not even really. I mean, again, he wasn't trying.
Right.
He's probably shocked at like, oh, hold on, she can hang with me.
Right.
This is actually kind of,
Exactly.
hey, that actually hurt. You
Right.
know, it's not like this is serious Ragnarok Thor, God of Thunder, completely, fighting against Captain Marvel.
Right.
So
I want to. I know nobody is. Darcy was so annoying. No, she wasn't.
Wait, what?
What the heck's you talking about?
Wait, what?
Darcy was so annoying.
Oh, he
What-
must have
what?
been in the What If episode. Or
Stop. Yeah, no, she wasn't.
Oh,
she
well.
wasn't. She wasn't annoying.
Kat Dennings is never annoying. I'm
She's
letting
never
you know
annoying
that right now.
ever. So I want to bring up something. And
Nope,
obviously,
you're not the people.
I know, but it's something that I feel like it's a poll I want to discuss with everybody in the chat. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to see Star Wars Visions. I want to know what everybody's favorite episodes were. Because, like, watching them all, there were some really good ones. There were some okay ones. There were never any really bad ones, I felt like. So if I had to do a top three, the top three would be, I forget what the first one's called, but the black and white one with the Ronin.
Visions.
The Duel.
I thought you said What If.
The Duel.
No, the Duel. The Duel.
You're talking about Visions.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he's talking
am.
about
Star Wars Visions. So the Duel, the Ninth Jedi, and the Elder were my three favorites.
I like the Ninth Jedi. I like the Duel. Which one's the Elder again?
Uh-oh.
The Elder was the
BZ's
one
about
with
to take
the,
off. Appreciate you stopping by.
Hey, thank you
Come
very
on
much.
back.
Appreciate it.
BZ.
Welcome anytime to come through.
Please come back. Please come back next time. The Elder was the one where you had the old Sith Lord or Sith guy that basically lured the Padawan and his
Oh
master
yeah.
to
That
the
one was
planet.
really good too.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I was like, you see a black Jedi in his piece, and they're gonna kill him. I was about to get peed. I was just like, but they didn't kill him.
All right, audience, y'all heard it. He threw down the
Honestly,
gamut.
yeah.
So
Literally,
going out to Star Wars Visions.
Yeah.
Favorite episodes. Iguana Man says
literally
first.
did think that he was gonna
Sound
kill the
off
Black
like you
Padawan.
got a pair.
So Iguana Man says the first Visions, the Duel is his favorite.
Mm-hmm.
The Duel was just really well done.
Well, the fact that Lucy Liu was the Sith.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They had some really interesting guest voices.
Voice actors? Yeah, they did.
They had,
I listened to it.
Simu
Japanese
Liu
really good
was in it.
Yeah.
Father Marvel says the Duel I think is my favorite. The Twins was interesting. Felt like an alternate take on Luke and Leia. I could kind of see that.
I
Well,
like
yeah,
the twins,
if Luke and
but I
Leia
didn't
were raised
like
by
that
the
they were
Empire.
fighting in
Yeah.
space.
I could kind of see that.
They were fighting in space.
Yeah,
Well,
the whole fighting
that's
in
anime,
space with
dude.
no
I
with
get
no
that's anime,
helmet
but
thing.
here's the thing that tripped me out. When her freaking protocol droid showed up, it was wearing a helmet.
Well, you know.
Yeah, that like
You know how
all
they
of
do,
that
man.
kind of just threw me.
Anime has always got that
Them weird
that
rules.
silliness and craziness
Yeah.
about it. So that's cool. I mean, they do what they do.
Yeah, no, I think the Duel was the Twins one was pretty interesting. A lot of people didn't really like Lop and Ocho. They were saying that I've seen some Star Wars fans, and some Star Wars fans get really funny.
Oh, Lapin Ocho, because she just, okay.
Because, she was a bunny face, kind of cutesy, kind of character. And some Star Wars fans are like, oh, this isn't Star Wars to me. I'm like,
okay,
what?
How many different kind of species have you seen?
Characters, the
who
Ewoks,
cares?
hello?
Get outta
The little
here.
birds that were on Octo.
Porgs?
What? The Porgs? Yeah. Like, come on. Like, cute characters are what's turning you off, please.
Yeah, the porgs were kind of annoying, though.
They were annoying, sure,
That's
but
why Chewbacca was eating them.
anyway.
Yeah.
All right, what's everybody else's favorites out there from Star Wars?
Colin
Visions?
likes the duel. Thinks it's his favorite.
Right. What about you? Which one was yours? GQ?
The duel.
The duel was
The
yours?
duel.
The duel
Yeah,
was like
straight
one of
up
the
the
best
duel.
ones. They let off strong. I was like, sweet.
Yeah. No, they did. It kind of really set the stage. The duel did. And I was honestly expecting that same level for every single one. So it kind of made me a little disappointed that all
when
of
you
them didn't
have a bunch of different houses doing their thing, they're gonna do their thing. It was
Oh, the other Steve says The Village Bride was his.
Okay.
The Village Bride was actually really good too.
that was a cool episode.
That was a very cool episode.
I would have loved to see Madhouse jump in. And
The
do
Village
something.
Bride, remember the Jedi was there, and the one bride was kind of turning herself over to the
Oh,
Empire
yeah,
faction.
Yeah, that lazy chick that was
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
carried
yeah,
around in a freaking chair.
Yeah.
Like, man, you better
Like,
get.
my wife ain't walking nowhere.
Like, no, here's what you do. You
Right.
give her some boots. You take them boots off when you get to that holy spot.
Right.
I ain't carrying nobody in no chair.
Exactly. Wolverine Solid X. So which new video game will be the best? God of War, Wolverine, Arkham, Gotham Knights. His top 3. So the best. Spider-Man 2, they said, is supposed to be darker than the last 2 Spider-Man games, and those actually did get pretty dark in some areas. So if they're saying they're going even darker, it's obviously because they're going to have Venom in it too.
What's
That
that have
actually
to
be
do with
pretty
God of
cool.
War?
But God of War probably will be fantastic.
It looks too much
Wolverine,
like
I'm
the
expecting
PlayStation 4
expecting big things
Yeah.
from Wolverine, but we
What
just don't know
systems is
enough.
the Wolverine game going to?
What's that?
What systems is the Wolverine game going to?
It's PS5 exclusive.
No. Okay, well that might be interesting.
Yeah, no, but we don't
Everybody
next
gonna
to
be,
nothing about it.
Hey, as long as it's similar to X-Men Origins Wolverine
Yes!
to the next
It's
level,
going to be
Yes.
a strategy RPG.
whatever.
Like Midnight Suns.
That's why, like I said, Midnight Suns has no sway for me because I'm like, y'all took a great concept and like, yeah, we're gonna put it.
The Iguana Man says, "I want the duel as a miniseries. I will watch that. I
Yeah,
will watch
I
it
can
too.
see that.
I will watch it too, honestly. Wolverine would be interesting to see. I mean, we just don't know too much about it. It was literally just teaser CGI intro. Like we just don't know enough about it.
That's why I don't be watching teaser trailers and awards no more. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just like whatever. It's gonna be the same
What's
old,
that
same
one
old.
game with the black girl? That's the you help me out with this, Amara. Huh? Not
Which
Deathloop, but I've heard Deathloop is really cool. But the girl who's basically like it's an isekai, basically where she's transported to another world, and all of a sudden she has all these magic powers.
Somebody said Forspoken.
Forspoken. That's
Was
it.
that Forspoken?
Yes,
Yeah,
Forspoken.
that looked like it was gonna be-
That looks
Oh,
awesome.
this Steve said it's gonna be. a
It
dating
does.
sim.
It's going to be a dating show.
What, the Wolverine?
Yeah.
Picking between
Now he's going to see how he can get in Scott's pants instead of Jean this time.
No, I was gonna say
Oh God.
between Silver Fox and Jean, maybe even Yuriko will be in there as well. Man, that was from Project Athia they showed last year. The ones who do Spider-Man is making. Yes, we know. We know Insomniac is making Wolverine, and that's what makes me think it's going to be awesome. But we just don't know enough about it for me to say, yeah, this is going to be the next great game.
It's kind of hard to say stuff about any of those things because somebody thought that the Avengers was going to be super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And you might still like it, but it's not super awesome.
I still like it.
Yeah, I didn't say you didn't like it. I just said it's not super awesome. There's a difference.
I just think there's once the content comes around, it's going to be I feel like a lot of people are going to look back on Avengers similar to the way they did Destiny at one point.
Man's Sky.
Or No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
When the content gets there and catches up with the ambition, people are going to be like, man, this was a fantastic game. But everybody's all about instant gratification. They never want to wait and let stuff develop. They want it now.
That's how a lot of stuff
Well,
is now,
again,
and it
that
just
goes
is
back to the
crazy.
pedigree of the company making the game. Square Enix is known as a really good company. When they do something like that with a license that big, and then they wet the bed, it's like.
But see, I don't. You know what? I don't want to go down this path.
That's on them.
I don't feel like they wet the bed.
Yeah,
I just feel like they always intended to introduce certain things, and then when things move forward, more content came out.
How long has that game been out?
It's been out for a year, a calendar year.
Okay, so wasn't Spider-Man supposed to have been out like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, they had to deal with a lot of. They're still dealing with a lot of COVID, hang-ups. A lot of they said like 2/3 of the studios is still work from home.
I agree with that, Preem, but it's kind of difficult for them to do that crap now, unfortunately.
Yeah,
because what they think is finished and it is not really finished.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not. It's never a closed. It's never a closed loop like it was when it was on a cartridge.
Even when it was on a cartridge, when they thought it was finished.
Yeah,
it was like, oops.
Right.
They just couldn't fix it.
Exactly. No. Metroid Dread looks like it's going to be. Oh, it's next week. Is that next week?
I want to buy a new Switch.
That's next week.
I'm gonna get. I'm thinking about getting the
my
Switch
daughter's
OLED
probably
with
going
white.
to find herself with a magic new game all of a sudden.
Because my wife was like, "Well, sell your other one." I was like, I don't sell my stuff. I buy it. It says she was like, "We got 2 Switches." I said, "I know. We
Now
got
we about
the
to have
original
3.
Switch. We got the second release.
Now we're going to
and
get
I
the
want
LED.
the third release."
Yep.
I'm like, we don't sell.
Yeah,
we keeps.
I'm sorry. Systems do not need to be sold because you're never going to recoup what you got for them unless
At
they
all.
are
That is so
super
interesting,
collector's
man.
item.
It's like never sell anything. Hold on to everything always.
I just gotta have a place
This is
to
a sports game.
put it properly and make sure
Unless
dust
it's
is
a
not.
sports game.
This Forspoken looks really good.
You've never seen Forspoken?
I thought I saw it before, but
No, Forspoken is going to be awesome.
There's something else that I saw that was.
That's one of those I'm just hoping is going to be good. A lot of it looked like it could be a little iffy. It's one of those first tries for.
Well, it looks
first,
good, but
the next gen style games.
$20.
Iguana Man, he said he got his white OLED pre-ordered. See, I would have had mine pre-ordered had GameStop not mess me over, but like, we don't have the SKU yet. I'm like, yeah, but
Right.
you know it's coming.
Look,
Here's my money.
so, and I just saw something about there's 4K switches getting ready to drop
No,
soon.
that
No,
was people
that's
thought the
a lie.
OLED was going to be a 4K Switch.
But I saw someone was talking about 4K switches are like in development.
Was their last name Nintendo?
Yep.
If
Well,
their last name wasn't Nintendo, then it ain't gonna come.
They've been
That
talking
ain't
about
happening.
4K switches forever. I'm not holding my breath. And if it does come, I'll get that too. I'm gonna wait on the OLED one, mainly because though it is going to look good handheld, bigger screen. I don't really play my Switch handheld that often.
Oh no, the thing is for me, it's the fact that I don't have one at all.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
this is about to be
get
my
that one.
first. So I'm not getting it like next week because I don't need it right away.
I don't like the back flat.
Yeah.
You got a better back flat, but that Metroid dude is gonna be the bomb. Take the
Yeah.
home.
like okay, like Wolverine Solitaire says, I'm gonna get the new
Game
Madden
Boy
22
Micro.
in a few weeks. Like, but why? But like seriously, why? Just fire up the old one.
For what?
Ryman the Great, what's up, man?
What's going on, Ryman?
I saw that he followed the channel about an hour ago.
Appreciate
You can be
that.
fireman
Appreciate the follow.
after the show. I'm ready where I'm
Thank you for the follow.
Hey.
So he's asking favorite Switch game. And this is absolutely right up your alley, Dido.
It's very hard. I mean, I don't have a favorite Switch game. There's 2 of them that I played extremely heavily. 3 of them that I played to completion. Did I complete? No, I beat it, but I didn't complete it. I really liked, of course, The Binding of Isaac, which you can get anywhere. It's a good game. It's on PlayStation 4, 5. It's on PC. It's whatever. It's a very fun game. I've been playing a heck of a Hollow Knight, and there's this game
Is that
called.
another game that just doesn't end?
No, Hollow Knight doesn't, but there's a lot of shit. Hollow Knight is literally the Dark Souls of Metroidvanias, bro. Like, seriously, there's hidden
I've been
bosses.
seeing you have a lot of trouble
It
with
is not friggin' easy.
It's not. It wasn't meant to be easy. That's
Exactly.
why everybody
That's why-
enjoyed it.
That's why I call it the Dark Souls of Metroidvania games, because out of all the Metroidvania games, it's literally the hardest one.
He's saying thanks for the ear rape. What's the ear rape? Oh,
No, he's talking about the ear violation.
Oh,
Y'all are welcome.
crime
Making sure
sound
y'all
effect?
are awake.
but Kaze in the what's it called? In the Wild Masks is literally an homage to Donkey Kong Country, and like it didn't get presented that way. And I'm just playing this game. I'm playing the game, and I streamed it for all those out there who follow the stream. I just said it was like this fucking plays like Donkey Kong Country, and then so I went to start looking see people's reviews. Of course, I'm not the only one that saw that. It is very much
So
homage
did
to Donkey
Rare
Kong
make it,
Country.
though?
No, Rare didn't make it. It has nothing Nintendo.
think so.
It's on the PlayStation 4 as well.
All right, for all y'all worried about the error problems,
Don't touch my levels now.
there you go. Leave it just like that.
Madden and Jordan's two things that need to be removed from pop culture. No, Jordan's you could leave alone. Jordan's leave them alone, but Madden,
You got that Madden?
yeah, no, man.
I need to make that T-shirt still after 20
got
years.
that Madden?
You got that Madden.
Oh, you can blame that sound effect on Kenshiro. I didn't put the Tron one in there. He ripped that, so he didn't.
I didn't rip it. I just
normalize
downloaded it.
Exactly.
It was a dump.
All right,
Exactly,
what
didn't
did he
normalize
say?
it.
It was a dump.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dump.
All right, so
Ryman the
was trying to
Great,
say
actually,
something.
because he said, y'all heard Dead Cells on the Switch and a similar topic of thoughts on the Stream Deck or whatever the handheld they're releasing. Dead Cells is also very fun. I played the
Dead Cells was really good, actually.
Yeah, it was really good. I only played it for about 4 hours because my problem with video games is it's very hard for me to juggle them. I tend to focus on one till I feel like I'm done with it, and then I move on. And that's not really good for somebody that owns way too many games.
Wolverine, here's the problem with Madden, and really most sports games in general. The same exploits can be exploited every single year. That doesn't make it fun. Because, like, literally, you're not playing football, you're playing glitches.
Yeah.
Right?
Glitch ball.
You're basically playing glitch ball. Whoever can exploit the best and the fastest usually wins.
Well, here's the other thing about sports games, especially in this day and age. And I get it, you sell it each year because people go out there and they buy every single iteration of every single game. In the age of DLC, you can do all your roster updates as DLC.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
And that's why I look at games like Madden and 2K and all the games. It's like you don't need a new one each year,
Right.
but I get why they do it. Same thing, even WWE. It's like, dude, y'all came up with the engine.
Right.
It looks basically the same.
You could essentially patch the sports games every single year, or basically development never really stops. You just buy the base game and you just patch it endlessly until the end of the system life.
Yep.
Like
Like
you would never have
Fortnite?
to do it again. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it would be. And okay, Ryman says.
Why would they make a DLC though? It's more money. Well, see, if you buy the base game and you just charge, I mean, dude, they're already nickel and diming y'all to death with VC currency anyway. Like just to basically even up your character to 99, you got to spend like somewhere like hundreds of dollars. To if you don't want to wait and you don't want to deal with the grind, or they're also charging you for brand items, like exclusive fashion items to put on your avatar, because everybody wants to be swagged out when you're going through the park.
Are you talking about sports games still?
Yes, like literally, that's what they do.
Wow, they lost all my respect now.
No, literally, like they make you, dude. Like 2 years ago, they were making you pay every time that you got a haircut. Every time you want to change your avatar's hair and you go to the barber, they will charge you for it. Like seriously, man.
In-game currency or money?
In-game currency, but the in-game currency that you didn't earn, if you wanted to buy it, you can spend money for it.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, that's EA.
Yeah,
That is fine.
it's
That's
2K
EA,
now, but it's 2K
Again,
now. Yeah, no, seriously.
outside of Blitz and NBA Jam, I didn't really care about sports games anyway.
Right.
So.
Sports games should
Street?
be
That's
an
just-
MMORPG live type live service. Dude, Takeem, that's almost exactly where they are right now. Like the city is a completely online experience where everyone can get online with your avatar, meet up, play pickup games, go to the rec and play 5-on-5 games. It's all open world MMO. You can skateboard in that thing. You can ride bikes in that thing.
Wow.
You can buy. You can play music. You can buy exclusive swag, shoes. Things like that. Dude, they have dance clubs.
No, pure F and evil. I completely understand that. Like, if there's no money if they don't drop a new one every year. I completely understand it. I know that's why they do it. I just think as a gamer, and again, I don't care about sports games to
Let me
begin
see about
with.
this.
Like, so
Hold on a
y'all,
second.
anybody that plays
Hey,
sports games have fun, get nickel and dime. I don't
I
care
used
to
to
buy
be a
the same
huge
game
Madden
every
fan.
single year.
Yeah, I used to be a huge Madden fan too. Like back when it was
I think I stopped in 13. I think that was like the last
But-
time I really actually
But why
gave
did
a
you
crap.
stop? Why'd you stop? What made you
That
stop?
everything after that was just not good anymore. Like 15 or the 25th anniversary or whatever the hell that one was, and it was just slow and chunky. I couldn't do it.
But do
I
you
was
know
upset.
when? Do
Get
you know
out
when
the
I
Mac.
stopped? Do you know when I stopped? I stopped when they bought the exclusive license. Why?
Wait a
when they
minute,
when they
what
bought the
happened to
exclusive
the
license after NFL 2K5, I stopped buying Madden because I knew they weren't about innovation anymore. They were just literally about making money. They weren't, because they literally cut the legs out of their competition that was going to push them to innovate the game. They didn't want to do that. They just wanted the easy money, and they got it. And I said, no, man, I'm not doing that no more.
Why did the chat suddenly disappear? That's just weird.
I don't know.
Come on.
All right. Well, everything after 13 was trash. Probably.
Oh, on down here.
Yeah, reusing old assets. Yep, that's weak. You know.
The fact that they reuse those old assets every year is telling. No, that's true. Like the same canned animations, the same broken animations that they have.
I was over at
man,
Wolverine Solid
crazy.
X's this past Sunday. We was tripping on old Joe Madden Sports Talk football, man.
Oh, Joe Montana Sports. Oh, I used to love it.
Drops
With that
back to
robotic
pass.
voice?
Yep, drops back to pass. Here he comes, coming up the middle. It's so
No
it was
emotion.
so, but it's like it has like this weird nostalgia about it though, because it's like because now they be trying to sound real, or they record thousands of hours of vocals, and then the algorithm figures out how to put it all together. I'm like, nah, dude, go back to that old Summerall,
What was that Ryman the Great said? Exactly, we missed again.
the
I turned off the protection for the paragraphs.
because
just
that's
for now.
annoying that it keeps trying.
Ryman the Great says, "Oh, I already read that.
The last thing that he did,
Did he do another one?
Yeah, possibly.
that you just got timed out for.
Because I just say
Sure.
I don't see it says bruh. I read about dead cells.
No, he said something after that.
Let
I
me
believe.
do this and see what happens if I do this. All right, there we go. Microtransactions is something that need to go. It just ruins the experience for people who want to have fun for free after they bought the game.
That's never going away.
It's never going away because they figured out that people, there's a very small, and when I say small, I mean small minority of people who can't stand microtransactions. People who don't care, kids who weren't born when we were born, because they don't give a care. They just boop, mommy, boop, mommy, mommy.
Phone games have already trained that audience.
And that's what I'm saying. Phone
games.
games or those apps for iPad, iPhone, whatever. But because they see how it's making money in those things, they're bringing it into the console. But the thing is, a lot of those kids, though they may get PlayStation 5s and Xboxes or what have you, I still think they game more on their iPads. 100%.
Yeah, Sidious wants to talk about Marvel suing for the rights of their characters. Now, that is an interesting topic. It is in the populace right now because the rights owners, Steve Ditko's family, is Steve Ditko's family, not Stan Lee's family. Steve Ditko's family is suing Marvel for termination of copyrights to Spider-Man. Now,
among others,
and Doctor Strange, actually.
Good luck with that.
They just want to pay out because that's what happened with the
right.
What you call it?
Essentially, this is the same case that Jack Kirby's family went through. Same case that Siegel and Schuster's family went through for Superman with DC. Same lawyers are principally in charge for and against. Here's why this won't work. Why it worked for Siegel and Schuster is because they actually created Superman before they went to DC. They actually published some stories with Superman before DC, and then they sold him to DC afterwards.
Yep.
That's why they had some rights. Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, Jack Kirby, those characters they created, they did it while they were working for Marvel.
Right. He's writing on their paper, buddy.
Writing on their paper, using their typewriters, spending their time in their offices to create these stories. Marvel owns those characters. I'm sorry. I know it sucks that these characters were essentially work for hire, but that's what Marvel hired you for. You don't own the rights to them just because you created it. I get it.
They're just trying to get a payout.
They're trying to get a payout. I know they are. But it's unfortunate as it is, but that's kind of the way those work for hires work. See, the same analogy works thusly. If you work at Microsoft and you're a programmer, do you own the lines of code that you write for the program that you're developing for Microsoft?
Nope.
No, you do not.
You don't own anything
You don't
that you
own
make
anything
on
that
your
you
own
make-
time at their offices.
Correct. You don't own it. Now, if you wrote that app at home, oh, absolutely, you own it. Does painters own the paintings that they do for commissions for other people? No, they don't.
That I'm aware of.
No, they do not. When those owners of that painting sell it, yeah, they can tell you, hey, this painter made this for me. Maybe he can recreate one for you. But if you did it as a commission for me, I own it. You don't own it. I own that. You may have created it, but I own it. Period. That's how that works. So I don't think that this lawsuit is going to go anywhere. I mean, it'll create a little bit of a legal quagmire for Disney, but ultimately it'll go nowhere.
Look, I'm wearing a belt. I got big boy pants on.
Fallen Marvel brings up the thing of pro wrestlers and they can't use their same name with a different organization.
WWE is notorious for it. Now,
Yep.
with The Rock actually bought the name The Rock back from Vince. He bought it because at first he wasn't able to use it, but he bought it from him. And you've seen since that WWE doesn't have anything with The Rock on their websites or anywhere.
I mean, he even covered up his old
Brahma Bull tattoo.
Yeah, so maybe he couldn't get that. And that's probably why he covered it up.
Ryman the Great says it's like how Disney has a vault full of porn because anything their animators make while employed by the company is owned by Disney.
Dude, Nintendo owns the Super Pornio Brothers, the one with Ron Jeremy. Nintendo literally bought that, so they couldn't
bought it to kill it.
Yeah, bought it so they couldn't get out.
Who bought WWE? Nobody has bought them.
Nobody's bought them.
Yeah, it's still Vince McMahon.
AEW is killing it though.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. Brian Danielson.
I can't watch AEW.
Yeah,
I don't have the cables.
why can't you watch it?
I don't have the cables.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a streaming man. Beep bop boop, beep bop beep bop boop.
Yeah, I hear you.
Beep bop.
Yeah, a lot of people did say though that Brian Danielson.
Brian Danielson.
That's his real name though.
Daniel Bryanson.
He can't use Daniel Bryanson. That was a WWE creation.
Wait, Daniel Bryanson.
Does he still do the whole yes thing?
No, but he still has the same music because that music isn't something that they could copyright.
Right.
But him versus Kenny Omega, they said was a really, really good match.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's about the wrestling and not about these storylines. That's one of the things I stopped watching WWE is because the wrestling just got bad and the storylines got really bad. Now, mind you, it's not Mae Young. Was it Mae Young?
Yeah,
Pregnant bad.
Mark Henry.
Yes.
Because that was kind of terrible, but it just got super boring. And all these people chasing Brock Lesnar. It's like, you know what? It's like Goldberg, man. Was Goldberg must watch? It was in the beginning, and then it got boring. And then they just keep bringing them back. It was like, oh, as soon as I come back, I'm about to get the belt. Like, get out of here. I don't want to watch that.
Right.
That's
Flight
just
of
me.
the Valkyries is public domain.
Yes, it is. Dido is getting called out by Iguana Man. He's asking if you're streaming
Are you going to
Dread.
stream Dread?
When I buy it. So, yes. But I don't have it reserved. I don't. I'm just going to have to get a copy because I was debating. Now, I don't know if you know Iguana Man. I think I have said this before. I tend not to buy new games when they're brand spanking new. Not that I don't buy new games, but when they're brand spanking new is because first two things. They're expensive and more than likely they're going to sit on a shelf for a while. And I was debating.
There's a whole bunch of other games they need to play.
Oh, I got a lot of games to play.
Bought it. Haven't played it yet.
I got a lot of games. I mean, look, I'm going to show somebody a number. I don't want to say it out loud because it kind of sounds like bragging. I'm not trying to be like that. So I'm going to put this on my screen. And
There's many ways you can look at it. So you can say it.
No, I don't want to say it.
But what if you're going to have a reflection because of the light?
We're going to see.
And the screen and the picture is really small. So no one's
I'm going to get it close to the camera.
Okay.
Can people see that right there?
I don't think so.
Right.
I don't think so.
That number right
Yeah,
there.
I don't think so. I think it's fuzzy. Too far.
Can't see that number.
No, can't really see it.
All right, I'm going to say it. It's 1,250.
These are the games that you have in your collection, or these are the games that
those are the games that I have put into the collection app that I have. I have not put everything in that collection app. There are some digital games that have not been put in there for both Steam, Xbox, PlayStation 4.
Bragging.
So
I'm
closer
trying
to
to sound like
1,300
I'm
then.
bragging. I'm just trying to sound like I got a lot of fucking games.
But
It's not bragging if it's true.
how many of them have you played?
I've played quite a bit of them, bro. Quite a
Half?
bit. Yes.
You say half you've played?
Yes. Sometimes I'll pop in a game and
Completed?
just play for. No, that's beating a game. Beating it. Okay, so the last 3 years, I have mentioned this online. I said I put a whole bunch of games that I started playing that I didn't finish into a randomizer, and from 2019, maybe 2018, I have to look at my notes because I have a picture of it when I started. It might have been 2018. To the last one was September of 2020. I haven't played one of those games since, though I have been still playing games. It's been about 34 games. So in 2 years, I've beaten 34 games.
So what?
Nice car.
Travis
What's the
Kelce
retail on one of those?
Do we call this contraption the wheel of completion?
Wheel completion, turn. Tell me which game I'm going to play.
Yes, indeed. Something like that. Indeed. Thank you, Wolverine Solid X. He says,
appreciate it,
great
sir.
show, guys. Y'all
And now that I got this Poly Mega right here, I can put
yes,
this thing
the
on.
Poly Mega. Honestly, a fantastic machine.
Yeah, I just ordered the terabyte SSD so I can put it in there so I can just dump a whole bunch of
you
stuff
did
in
order
there.
it?
Yeah, I told you I'm getting it for this.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You just said
Dude,
that.
I'm actually terribly impressed with that thing.
No,
Yeah.
the Poly Mega, I was watching him navigate around it. Yeah, that's actually pretty neat.
There was a lot of skepticism going on between people like, oh, this is just
It's pretty neat.
vaporware.
Now,
blah,
the
blah,
only
blah.
thing it only plays console games. It can't be used as an old school arcade emulator, right?
Not for arcade stuff, you can't put ROMs on it now. You can download the games onto it, but it's not ROMs. You can put copy games on there if you like. But
So Cassidius has a very important question for us. How long has this show been going on? I've been watching for about 3 years now, which honestly is a milestone in its own. Thank you very much for hanging in there with us for that long. We've been doing the show in some form of fashion since about 2014. So do the math. I'm a programmer, but I hate math. That's 8 years.
Yeah,
Just about
actually,
8 years.
yeah, it was actually since 2013.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
when we were doing
when we
it in
were
the
doing
studio.
game.
Yeah, we were doing game in the studio. So yeah, so it literally is 8 years.
I'm going to drop a
going
link
on
into
9
the
years.
chat. You
Missed
guys
the hour and a
you
half
can-
format.
He misses the hour and a half format.
Well,
I didn't mind doing an hour and a half,
Yeah, I
but
don't
you
think
know,
we're going back
do
to
have
that.
people that have to adult.
Yeah.
You know, so they need to get to work in the morning, so we couldn't really do that. You know, if we could have,
Why is this
we
not
had
in
this nice
alphabetical
studio
order?
now, so doing an hour and a half show technically, feasibly could be done if
We
we
just have to
got
start
here like at
earlier.
8 o'clock or something like that, and fired up the show at 8:30. Technically, we could do that, but
Here's what we do. You bring us, I don't know, you bring us about 50,000 subscribers, and then we'll consider
Yeah,
it.
we need a lot more people to watch to make us go longer. We do 4
yeah,
hour
no,
shows.
do like
we got
if we get the
200 people
subs-
watching. Well,
We
do
get the
4
subs.
hour
We'll
shows.
do a couple hours easily.
The lady was on the show was so mean. You talking about
Wait a
Meow
minute,
Yen?
what lady on the show? What?
What?
Love this show.
Wait, which lady are you talking about?
The lady was on the show was so mean. I have no idea what lady he was talking about.
Oh,
On our old
okay.
channel?
No. I just put up the
No.
old channel.
I'm trying to think. What lady is he talking about?
Meow Yen is the only
I don't
person that's
even
been
know.
on
Meow
the
Yin
show.
is not mean. Like, she's not mean.
No,
I don't even
she's just very
know.
blunt and straightforward.
She is blunt and straightforward, but I wouldn't say she's mean.
Yeah.
Like, who's this mean person that you're talking about? When you guys
We
was
were
on Facebook.
Okay.
That sounds like Meow Yin to me.
Meow was on there. Autumn was on there for a bit.
But that was a long time ago.
And then Krusty.
And Krusty was on there, but Krusty wasn't mean. She was just she was just crazy.
Mean at all.
All right. Well, camera's up.
Thank you very much. Cameras are up, everybody. So we're getting ready to end the show. Next week's show, we're gonna be back to form. It's gonna be the first show of the month. We need a Bone Thugs and Harmony drop right there.
No.
First of the month.
They're weird.
And then we're gonna be doing a Venom 2 recap because Venom 2 comes out this Friday. Everybody go and see it so we can talk about it. But we're also going to be doing our monthly giveaway to all of our watchers, followers, subscribers. So make sure you come back and enjoy that show.
Make
9
sure
p.m. Eastern,
yeah.
8 Central for Culture Junkies Live. Bring your friends, bring your family, have a good time, nerd out, and get some swag. You got a message for our patrons, Mr. GQ. As soon as you put the camera on.
Probably
There you go.
do, since the camera gets on my
There you
awesome visage. So, you know, if y'all want to be awesome like me and the rest of the crew and be part of the family. So, yeah, make sure you go on over to patreon.com/culturejunkies. We have a couple of different tiers to choose from. If you want to get a shout out, like our producer level patron calls himself DeMarcus Smith, our executive producer, the Iguana Man. The other Steve, Fab Nerd Life, and Net.
Mm-hmm.
You know, make sure you go on over to culturejunkies.com. I'm sorry,
.net.
not that. Well, we actually kind of do own .com in its own different way. But no, we got culturejunkies.net. We got a lot of great stuff there. But hit patreon.com/culturejunkies if you want to support us. We appreciate all the likes, loves, and shares, however it comes in. And we got new merch.
We do.
So I wanted to turn it over to Big Dido.
Show off.
Look, I'm gonna show you guys something, and I want you guys to tell me, do you get it? You get it?
Can they see it? What are the
they see
details?
Yep.
Do you see the shirt?
He looks like he's just choking himself right now. But
Do you guys get it?
Well, also,
Did everybody disappear already?
also, if they can see it, though.
Can you see the shirt?
You know.
Okay, whatever, dude. If you can see the shirt or not see the shirt, that's one of our newest designs right there, which is the Thinker.
Can't call it that.
Oh,
That's the official. That's the
copyrighted.
official.
It's Thinking.
That's Rodin's The Thinker. That's the name of the piece.
He's thinking.
he's dreaming
He's thinking.
of the Dreamcast.
No, well, you can say he's dreaming, but he's not dreaming. He's thinking. So if you don't want to call it the Thinker,
Yeah,
he's thinking.
Yeah. Ryman calls it the Thought Man.
Yeah, the Thought Man.
Thought
We
Man.
will come out with a official.
If you add another, depending on the size, you get $19 or $24. You can buy that.
Yeah. But, yeah, if you guys go to culturejunkies.net/merch, you can find a lot of our different variable variations.
About to say,
Variable,
how many
variable,
variables you talking about, man?
Variations of our shirts that you got on there, different designs, different things, something that fits you. This cool one will be put up there pretty gosh darn soon, and we'll be having some more that are coming. And, yeah, I think they're super awesome, and I think you should wear one and be super awesome, too.
Yep, there you go. We can call them variants. Cassidius, there will be an unboxing this Friday, but it's not going to be something I do. It's going to be something somebody else does. So you'll get the chance to see that. This Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So make sure you tune in on Friday for the What's in the Box special that'll be on Friday at noon. Launches on our YouTube channel. If you haven't been there, the link is in the chat earlier. Just scroll up a little bit and you'll get to it. Cassidius was also asking what happened to Meow Yin. Meow Yin, obviously, you know, her and her husband are overseas. They're enjoying life in Asia right now. She's supposed to be coming back stateside hopefully pretty soon, and we'll be.
She's moving to the Bammer.
We'll be glad to see her. Maybe we'll be able to see her and her family as they move back to the States. But yeah, she's been around, but hopefully she'll be back. We wish her the well. She's been in. She's poked her head in a couple of times. You know, when as time permits. So
Yeah.
but anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Make sure you come back next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, for another great episode of Culture Junkies Live. For my friends, the great Dadakuji, GQ, and Amarak, who was kind of quiet today because I know he was over there just playing games.
No.
Yeah.
Clickety,
Man, come
clickety,
on,
clack,
Clickety,
man.
Come on, man. I know you was over there playing games. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Have a great one.
Well, that was all sorts of fun. As
It
the
was.
credits roll.
I was actually like doing some real setup stuff.
Real setups.
I was doing like stuff, you know, fixing things and getting
Get your loud ass
videos and
keyboard.
stuff aligned. It's loud. It's mechanical.
Yeah. See, that's the
It clacks.
exact opposite of what a keyboard
Clickety,
should do.
clickety, clack, man.
I sent them over to Tekken channel. That's
Tekken?
yeah. Haitaka Kakashi does.
Oh, you rated
does
him?
fight. Yeah, I rated him because he was live. He's one of our friends, and hopefully his community will return the favor.
Cool.
Great gang.